responsible adult, a loving brother, and a world-class athlete. These are all things we wish Zayn Arastu would be. However, as you will soon come to learn, Zayn Arastu is not any. This is Moise Freeman with the life and times of Zayn Arastu.
Someone just has to tell him, Zayn, stop. You are not this Shah Rukh Khan character, okay?
To understand why Zayn turned out the way he did, we have to go back to the beginning, to when he was born a fob.
So tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Well, I'm Zim. Zim has a younger sister who's 18.
I've been told that he was a bit of a fob straight from the womb.
Yes, he from the pictures that I saw, the baby pictures that I saw that my Dadajan took, my grandpa took. I actually have one right now in my purse. This is him.
Oh, yeah, and you can even see a little comb over. It's beautiful.
I remember when we found out that he was a fob.
I don't know where he gets these ideas, what drives him, what satisfaction he gets to just act fobby, but we'll see him day and night watching these Bollywood Indian movies and singing these Indian songs and dancing these Indian dances, and it's gotten to a point where someone just has to tell him, Zayn, stop. You are not this Shah Rukh Khan character, okay? Don't do all this. It's not good for you. It's not good for you.
When family and friends realized we were making this documentary, they all reached out to us to help us see who Zayn was behind the scenes.
He was in 7th grade, and he joined because his height did not go up, and he was so little comparing to his his friends and classmates, and everybody else was like grown up, and he used to look up to their friends, and he was so tiny, like a lilliput.
I know the feel.
Yeah. So
One of Zayn's most embarrassing moments, this is how it actually goes. This is when he was in high school, and he wanted to act like a man and, impress the girls. And there were these bollards, those concrete poles that are usually placed next to buildings so cars don't run into them. There were a whole line of bollards, and he was trying to jump them. However, he didn't quite make it, and let's just say he got hurt pretty badly in a place nobody ever wants to get hurt. Had to go to the hospital and get stitches, and ouch.
Yeah?
Yeah. There are days, and sometimes even now, he comes up in my room, and I'll just be sitting down and or talking on the phone, or and he'll sit on me, and he'll squish me or something, and suddenly out of nowhere it's just like silence, and he'll just fart.
In his professional life, Zayn has held many different positions. He is most well known for his time at Bolingbrook Park District, where he has learned many good and some bad habits.
This is the same wall that Zayn helped hundreds of people fall down on their butts.
I wasn't here when he was working, but I have heard of the legend of Zayn. I'm a bit scared working here. Whenever my hand seems to brush under a table, there's just It's quite an incident. Zayn used to, I guess, we'll keep this under wraps, have a problem with picking his boogers and putting them underneath all the tables in the Park District building. Quite the embarrassing habit, but it's his legend. It'll be here forever. Thank you.
To show how much Zayn meant to Bolingbrook, the people of Bolingbrook came together to start the Legend of Zayn program. And every year they come together to plant boogers underneath various tables.
Actually, he wasn't looking or he wasn't paying attention, but I saw him and he would be like,
He had one bad habit of picking his nose a lot, and I was very worried about it, so we took him to the ENT specialist.
Actually, we found that he's got a severe disorder of rhinotolexomania, which is an excessive disorder in picking of his nose. We actually have a patient recently who died from this disorder. Yeah, it's an incurable disease. So if you want, we can go to the morgue and we can see our patient.
Sure, why not?
So this is our recent patient who died from rhinotolexomania. My assistant is just going to pull over the covers. So the only treatment plan that we had for Zayn, and Zayn, this is a message for you. Stop picking, start living.
And he says, what are you going to do about this? Is there any cure for him?
All he did, day in, day out, night in, night out, or even during the afternoons, is watch movies.
Bahai's love for movies started at a very young age. We started off with classics like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers the movie, very, very good classic films. And then he eventually started moving on to rom-coms, romantic comedies, and we sort of looked at him funny. We said, okay, you know what, that's fine.
I swear to God, this better not go in and out the whole time. So far, it doesn't look good.
Zayn. He would consider himself a real film buff, which he says with pride. Film lovers, they have a serious problem. They just really can't help it. They keep watching and watching and rewatching.
So far, it doesn't look good.
And rewatching. Zayn would probably say it's a good sickness to have and an even better obsession. But I disagree.
Really, I think the reason I really like him is because he's basically an adult human version of Garfield. He wants to eat good food, find a comfy place on the couch, lay down with a blanket, and watch a movie. And if that's all he could do for the rest of his life, he would be the happiest man ever. One of Zayn's pride and joys was the school he went to, DeVry.
When Bahai got into DeVry, it was a very proud moment in our family. People always wondered, asked him questions like, Zayn, how did you get into DeVry, And he would always answer in the same way. Just opened the door and walked right in, so that's all it really took.
And then Zayn met her, who would be the finger to his nose, the DVD player to his movies, and the dupatta to his kurta, Mahin.
ज़ेन का सबसे बड़ा एम्बैरसिंग चीज़ मैं बताती हूँ क्या है। ज़ेन यहाँ था, अब यहाँ है। क्यों? एक मिस्टेक की है उसने ज़िंदगी में। वो प्यार में फंस गया है और इतनी बुरी तरह से फंसा है कि निकलना अब मुश्किल हो गया है। ज़ेन ने हम सबको भूल गया है। किसके लिए? माहीन ये, माहीन वो, हर चीज में माहीन। और हम कौन ज़ेन? हम कौन?
Zain Arastu has been through thick and thin to get to where he is today. Now, he begins a new journey with Maheen by his side. This has been Moisen Freeman. Until next time, the life and times of Zain Arastu.
Harlem Shake.